Alrighty, guys, welcome in, welcome in. So, as you can see on your screen right over here, not the best day. At least we did hit the one dog, at least. But overall, not good. Just to recap it all, really is Felix. First set, he really should have got it done in 3 sets overall, and just got Demonor out of there. He lost the first set, and Demonor was first serve in was 34%, which is 20% lower than what we thought he'd be at and what he's been at for the whole year. So even even then, he lost the first set still after being awful, horrendous. 34%. Even if you're Yannick center, you're struggling to hold serve for sure. And Demonor did and won the first set without giving up a break. The next 3 sets, OJ Aliassime basically turned his serve up and then started playing better on Demon serve and started capitalizing on his low first in percentages like we thought would happen. Really, we knew Demon would probably be better in the rallies, but after a while, OJ Aliassime had the better hold rate and capitalize on his chances on Demonor's low first serve in rate. So got that one done. Plus 135. Then we move on to the Diamond, first game of the day. Rangers D-backs, honestly, wasn't even close. D-backs went at 2-0. Both pitchers pitched pretty well. I believe Jack Leiter had three. He gave up like 3 hits, and Gallen gave up 4 hits, with Leiter giving up the 2 runs that ultimately decided the game. Uh, you know, Usually a bad bullpen for the D-backs, but no runs there, and Rangers usually do have a good bullpen, and they lived up to their name in that game. So overall, not very good on our part on that one. They both pitchers are kind of trending in the better direction, so maybe that one was on me. My bad. And then the last game to decide if we were going to be up or down on the day, it was the A's first 5. I still think I had the right side on this one for sure. It just didn't go our way. So the moral of the story here was the Liberatore. He had 7 strikeouts. You just look at his game logs. You can't find a Liberatore 7 strikeout game until May. So it's been 4 months since he's had 7 strikeouts in a game, and then all of a sudden when we take him, he gives up 7, or he gets 7 strikeouts. And then yesterday he only gave up 4 hits. He's been giving up 3 runs consistently at around 5 innings pitched per game. So he put up a big donut today. So that's also not ideal. And then Springs, he pitched, all right, probably close to what we thought he'd be at. A little more hits than we like. He had 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, and he gave up 2 earned last night. So with a stat line like that, you're probably giving up 1 to 2. If you're giving up 3, then you could probably get away with no runs. But 5 hits and a walk, you're probably going to give up at least 1. So even though 2 earned, we definitely could have gotten some off of Liberatore. And especially with Liberatore, with his whiff rate being so low, 7 strikeouts is honestly astonishing that the A's couldn't capitalize on that. All right, and then that should be it for the recap. Let's get into today's plays, or it's just going to be one play today. Well, I might need to open that back up. But we're going to be taking right here Saquon Barkley over 95.5 rush. Now, I've been talking to some people, just hype about the season, and some people like it, some people don't. And here's what I've thought of, or what I've been hearing. So they've been saying the Cowboys, well, basically they're at home. First off, second off, they're getting a new defensive coordinator, and they think they're going to stack the box. I don't go off new coach hires and what they're going to do. First of all, And second of all, they can't possibly expect to stack the box and win the football game against the Super Bowl champs. That's just not how football works. You can't stack the box and leave AJ 1-on-1 and Devontae Smith 1-on-1 and expect to win. These guys are elite receivers still. It's not like they have a trash receiving core. So that's my problem with that philosophy. Uh, I mean, you just see the stats from Saquon Barkley last year. Went over this number 14 out of 20 games last year, including the playoffs. Cowboys defense was tied 32nd last year with the Panthers for worst in the NFL, and that's EPA per play. Cowboys gave up the second most rush yards in total in the NFL behind the Carolina Panthers. And then the last one is the Cowboys are missing, key edge linebacker Micah Parsons. Even though he was more of a pass rusher and things of that nature, but he was still a versatile part of their defense. And that's a hard hit, either on run or passing plays. It doesn't matter. He's one of the best versatile defensive players in the league. He's actually the front runner for Defensive Player of the Year this year. So that's going to be a huge blow, no matter what plays the Cowboys defense are trying to defend. So some people are saying that his numbers are inflated from last year. He had a really good year last year. Let's see if he can back it up. I mean, I don't see anything. I don't see why he wouldn't. I wouldn't say that he's gonna have that exact season, but if this number hit 14 out of 20 times, and then not only it's not like this number is them against it'd be like them against the Broncos. If this game was against the Broncos, of course I wouldn't be taking 95.5 because there is some merit to he might not be playing as good, or he might not play as good this year for sure. But if he's cashed this number 14 out of 20 times last year, and this defense was one of the worst defenses last year, either them or the Panthers, it's one of the two, and they just lost Micah Parsons, the front runner for Defensive Player of the Year this year. Give me Saquon Barkley's over 95.5 rush yards, man. I'm gonna have to see it for sure. I'm gonna have to see it. So we're gonna be taking this for 2 units. I didn't put that on here, but 2-unit play. So hopefully we can cash that one, and I definitely like this play. So other things that maybe if you didn't like this that I saw, I liked Saquon anytime, but that's like minus 200, so that's irrelevant really. I like Hurts anytime. If anything, somebody's numbers that were inflated was Hurts. Hurts's rush yards was like 42.5, and he only got that like five or 6 times last year. So that proves that the books are saying that this defense is bad, and there's probably a higher likelihood that Hurts cashes this prop than any other team this year besides the Carolina Panthers, like I said. So obviously this defense isn't good, and I love this line, but that's a side point. I still wouldn't take Hurts over, just because he just didn't really prove to me that he can consistently hit over 40 whatever it was rush yards. I do like Hurts anytime though, because I think the Eagles will start running it up on this bad defense. Hurts anytime is good. And yeah, that's probably all I like. Hurts anytime is probably the only real pick that I'd like. And then Saquon anytime, but it's minus 200. You'd have to take his first touchdown scored, Saquon Barkley. If you're into that, I'm sure a lot of you are, but I won't be taking that. So yeah, that's all it is for today, guys. And we'll be recapping tomorrow again. And follow me on X right here. If I were to take any more plays, I always put it on there, and then I'll tweet other things while the game is going on. So happy football. It should be fun, and we'll see you in the next one.